Fytadmynlyfe peeps. It has been a long time since I have done a video of any form or fashion, but it is July, and what better time than the middle of the year to relaunch this podcast? So, I've been getting a lot of people reaching out asking me what happened to the podcast, how come I haven't recorded them in a while, and so many things. Life's just been lifing in amazing, beautiful, abundant ways. I am no longer Miss Sharmika McCoy. I am now Dr. Sharmika McCoy. So God's been moving and been doing some beautiful things in my life and in my family. And so now I am ready to relaunch. And I want to take a different approach to the podcast now and really leverage it from a space of just sharing daily nuggets. And from time to time, we'll do something different with panel discussions. We'll have different opportunities for live broadcasts, things of that nature. But for now, I just want to get my feet wet back in it a little bit. And we are going to hit on a topic of stop talking and just let it play out. So that comes to mind for me because so often there are things that God is telling us to do. He sends other people to confirm that we need to do it, and we talk ourselves right out of what we need to do. As leaders, as people, all these different things, we talk our mouths out of the next thing. And someone recently shared with me a phrase that they've adopted, and it goes, everything is data and everything is an interview. You're always interviewing, and everything that comes out your mouth and through your actions is data. And when we are talking, when we are moving, when we are acting, when we are doing different things, it is all information and data that is being collected about us to inform the decision of the next thing. Do we use this person for a promotion? Do we use this person to lead this team, to do this work? Whatever it may be, the things that we have said, the things that we have done inform how people choose us or lack thereof. And so when we think about the topic, be quiet, shut your mouth, and let it play out, it's because sometimes we are talking so much that we set ourselves up for failure. So just a couple of quick things that I want to remind everyone of today. One, when you are moving in leadership, know that everybody is forever watching you. All eyes on you all the time. Whether we like it or not, we are center stage as leaders. And so the things that we do, the things that we say, all inform how people view us, how people give us opportunities, and where we are able to move next in the work that we do. Second, as leaders, the things that we say also help to drive how we move. So when we are speaking, sometimes we are talking ourselves into a space of inaction, into a space of reaction even, if we are not careful. So when you think about the words that come out of your mouth, it's often things that you've thought about for a while, whether it flies out your mouth quick or whether it takes its time to creep out. What we speak often is followed by our actions. And we have to be mindful of that because once again, people are always watching us. So when we are talking, we need to make sure that we are speaking words of power, words of truth, speaking words of wisdom, and not just shooting off at the mouth saying whatever comes to our mind at any given time. Us being in a space of leadership requires us to be way more thoughtful with our tongue than anything else. And I have not always been perfect with that myself. It's something that I continue to work on. But in thinking about this topic, it's really at the top of mind for me that the words we speak not only have power, but drive the decisions and the movements that we make. So, for example, if I am being asked to lead a project and I don't think that I can do it, everything out my mouth to everyone I speak to is, oh my gosh, I can't do that. I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm going to fail. Now I'm setting the stage for my failure, and I'm not doing any of the things that require my success as I move forward. So it is my responsibility to shift that to These are the things that I'm nervous about. Here are the possible failures and pitfalls. What do I want to do, and who can I tap into to make sure that our team is able to be successful and achieve this particular goal so that we do not fail? What do we need to do to ensure that this project or this assignment is an absolute success? And we talk ourselves into a space of success instead of into a space of failure. What does that do? One, it's being vulnerable and transparent. I am terrified of how this is going to go. Two, it's wrapping your team into the work. I have a team of people. I don't have to do this by myself. Bring the team together, get the minds in the room, and figure out a plan on how to achieve the goal successfully and intentionally. Three, name the things that are potential pitfalls, because guess what? Those potential pitfalls and those things that could be dangerous or sabotage or the devil's advocate thoughts, whatever it may be, those things, if one person thinks it, somebody else is going to think it too. If one person thinks that it might happen, there's a potential that it can happen. So take those different things. That is not wasted information. It's data, right? And it's data that we can plan around intentionally as leaders. So when we are gathering that information, we're making a list of those misconceptions, those potential pitfalls, those potential failures, those devil advocate situations, and we are creating an atmosphere where we can move things forward. My dog is really loud right now all of a sudden. Here we go. That's what happens when you start recording. So those pieces of data are things that we want to make sure that we collect so that we can plan intentionally and purposefully to ensure that whatever it is that we're on assignment for is able to be completed successfully and efficiently with our team in mind. So using the team, using the information that we have, we then create that plan so that we can be successful to move it forward. By doing that, one, you create an atmosphere of collaboration. You're creating an atmosphere of action. You're brainstorming and being intentional with your decision making and your plan. And then you're able to move it forward, knowing and anticipating the things that can happen so that those fears are not getting in the way, but instead those fears are being used as a launchpad for appropriate and successful planning and preparation. My son's at the door, sorry. So one, being mindful of what we say because everything is an interview and everything is data. Two, being mindful of what we say because people are always watching us and people are following what we do and using that to inform their decisions of how we lead and whether or not we're setting a good example of leadership or a negative example of leadership. Three, using the information or the situation that we have to bring the people together and collaborate, bring the people together, brainstorm all the solutions, the fears, all the things, and create a really dope, effective, and efficient plan. And then we take all of these things and we make sure we are speaking life into our situation, not talking it down, not setting it up for failure, but we are talking life into our situation so that we can be successful and accomplish that which we have been called to do. So when I say be quiet and let it play out, the other part of that is sometimes we are so busy talking that we're not listening. We're so busy talking that we are being busy instead of being intentional with what we need to do. So one of the ladies in my village who, when I say my village, the people who raised me, my community, my church family, she used to say hush mouth grace. She would ask for hush mouth grace. So when we are in a space of hush mouth grace, we are moving in a way where we are being quiet and allowing ourselves to really listen to what is being said to us, what is being shared with us, what people are saying through their words and their actions, so that we can be intentional with how we are moving and we can let things play out. Sometimes people are so busy listening to us, or we're so busy speaking, that we do not hear what is being said through people's words and actions. So just like people are watching us and collecting data and interviewing us without our realization, that is happening in return too. When we are quiet and we are watching other people, we are able to collect data. We are able to see the needs of our team and be servant leaders. We are able to really listen to what people are saying and not saying so that we can be more intentional in how we support our team and get them to the next steps, or be more intentional in our planning and what needs to be done to support the needs of a team. And so leadership, a lot of times as the people at the front, we are so busy talking. We talk a lot, whether we like it or not. But if we could step back, enact hush mouth grace, be quiet, and let things play out, a lot of times we would see the real product of our work, or we would really see what a space is sitting in, what it needs, what it's required for its next, and how we can move it forward. So as you get ready to open your mouth, pause, smile, close your lips, open your eyes, open your ears, watch and listen, and then plan forward with intentionality, with collaboration, with humanity at the forefront, but also recognizing that as leaders, we have to make really hard decisions sometimes, like a lot, that we don't want to make. But when we've been able to be quiet and stop talking, and when we've been able to listen to what people need and where people are, we're able to watch what people are doing and where things really are, then we are able to move forward with confidence because we have been very observant. We've been collecting data from listening and watching, from collaborating, and now we have a plan in place that we can stand 10 toes down with. And so that lesson of hush mouth grace, being quiet and letting it play out, is so essential because it allows us to move with purpose, intentionality, efficiency, and with people at the forefront. So I hope that this helps you today as you move in your leadership journey and as you strive to be a fit admin life in your day-to-day. Being fit, make sure you're being healthy, taking care of your body, your mental, your physical, your spiritual, and your emotional, that you are being wise in your administration as a leader, and that you are living life and enjoying it. Life is short. None of us are promised tomorrow, let alone the next few seconds. So as you live this life with every moment that you have, be intentional with it, enjoy it, and make sure that you are living a fit, healthy, abundant, outstanding life. Have a wonderful day.